Well, it's that time of year again, folks, here in Seneca Falls and the Finger Lakes. You can always count on it now. 2 weeks before Christmas, Seneca Falls will officially become Bedford Falls. Yep, it's that time where we celebrate the It's a Wonderful Life celebration. Because supposedly Seneca Falls was the model for Bedford Falls that Frank Capra used in his classic movie. And this year, it's the 70th anniversary of when that great movie came out. And I mean, I think Jimmy Stewart, if he were still around, would be really amazed. Whoa, 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 what's all the fuss about? It was just a good movie I made with Frank Capra. Well, you know what? Your character definitely has taken on a life of its own, Mr. Stewart. Mr. Bailey definitely has become the model of an everyman, of someone who kind of, was struggling, but finds out, hey, he is a well-respected man in his community and everybody loves him. And of course, being the 70th anniversary, there's a whole lot planned. Yep, the characters who played the children in the movie are all gonna be here. And of course, Carolyn Grimes, who was Zuzu, is always going to make her appearance, and also make her appearance for the big event of the It's a Wonderful Life celebration. That's right. Thousands of runners are going to descend on Seneca Falls this Saturday for the 5K run through the streets. And of course, you know how she always begins the run by saying her famous line, "Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings," which is true in more ways than one. But of course, when she says that, I kind of wonder if we ought to add on a little bugler, because you know when all those runners come off of that bridge. Charge! That's what it feels like, and everybody has to duck out of the way. Wow! But of course, being that it's a celebration, you're going to have actors down on Fall Street doing the characters from the movie, especially that curmudgeon. Of course, one of these years I have to be the curmudgeon. "Oh, go back to your parents, kids. Oh, I don't want to see anybody. Go get a haircut, Maybe I could be the curmudgeon one of these years. Oh well. Of course, Seneca Falls always puts out all the stops for it, because it has become a pretty big celebration here in Seneca Falls. And for those 3 days, we become Bedford Falls. Of course, Martini's location has changed several times, especially because a couple of the restaurants have either closed or the owners have retired. It's now the Gould Hotel that stands in for Martini's. Oh well, maybe we could have a couple of martinis, but don't get drunk. Let's get ready, Seneca Falls. Let's get ready, Finger Lakes. It's a Wonderful Life is here. It's the 70th anniversary. And we go from talking to that to talking about a father and son combo that's really unique now. Because let's just say, Jim Boeheim's son was in Waterloo this past Friday and Saturday, because Waterloo had revived its Hall of Fame tournament, and Boeheim's team, Jamesville DeWitt, was one of the teams, and they played on Saturday and played pretty well, and Boeheim scored 24 points. But I just wonder, the same can't be said for the way his dad's team is playing now. After starting out so good and looking so well, what has happened to the Orange? They lose to South Carolina, a mediocre SEC team. They then lose to Wisconsin in what I think was a bad draw for the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Then they play North Florida almost simultaneously when the younger Boeheim was playing on the Waterloo hardcourt. And you know what? Those Ospreys gave the Orange quite a tussle. I mean, it almost looked like it was going to be an Orange runaway, but those darn fishhawks from North Florida came flying back. And of course, there's a lot of ospreys that have their nests out at the Montezuma Wildlife Refuge. They probably woke up those ospreys, told them, hey, we got to fly to the Carrier Dome. We got to make this interesting. And boy, North Florida made it interesting. The Orange only beaten the Ospreys by 6. And then last night, in what is our supposed home away from home, we go up against a pretty undermanned UConn team. But of course, when Syracuse and UConn are on the hard court, it's always a classic matchup, even if Jim Calhoun no longer is the coach of the Huskies. But boy, both offenses shot as though they couldn't hit the side of a barn. I kind of wonder what has happened. The Orange tied it, but then that inexplicable foul with 2.2 seconds left. They sink both free throws, and guess what? It's the third loss in 4 games. You gotta wonder, is the continuity that bad? I know there's a lot of new faces, but come on. The basketball team is our big guns now. The football team hasn't done squat the last few years. Even though I have to give a pass this year to Dino Babers because he was working with a lot of Scott Shaper's old players. But the basketball team, after busting out of the gate, has now slowed right down and is in danger of maybe tanking the season already. And we aren't even at ACC play, guys. What's going on? But I mean, I give kudos to the younger Boeheim because Jamesville DeWitt won. But I don't give kudos to the Waterloo Indians. It was their own tournament, and they lost both of their games. I mean, you gotta wonder. They put on a great show, and it was a great tournament, yes. But the home team's gotta show a little pride. That's your home court, Waterloo. Come on, start playing like you got some pride. I mean, Coach Dinan, I thought this team was supposed to be a little more experienced. But you know, you're gonna have to carry out your dinner if you keep doing that. And of course, Joe Spazzato. Of course, that's what he probably did after seeing Waterloo lose twice. He probably went like Curly, and he went, blah, blah. Oh, well. Well, thing is, one Boeheim's doing good. The other Boeheim's got to get the other team's act together. I don't know what to say about that. I'm going to go from that to talking about, hey, the first of the casinos is opened up. Yeah. Del Lago set their date, February 1st, 2017, to open up. But Tioga Downs, down there in the southern tier, they already had quite a bit of their infrastructure ready. So when they got announced, all they had to do was put on the addition to have the table games and everything. So they're the first casino to open up. But you know, that's all the way down there near Nichols, right alongside I-86, right where that harness racing track is. And of course, anybody who doesn't want to pay to watch the horse races can watch it from that rest area on I-86. Yeah, it's going to benefit the southern tier because the southern tier is like up here. Southern tier needs jobs. Southern tier needs a little tax base. But I mean, hopefully it doesn't draw from Del Lago's potential clientele. Of course, you know what those people in that village right near Tioga Downs probably will be. They're probably wavering in their support. And the other village right there at the border is going, Sayre, what? And a few miles down the road is the village that took its name, maybe, from the Chan in the Wizard of Oz. Oh, wait a minute. It's a Revolutionary War village. Of course, we can always say, oh, we go, yo. Well, let's hope Tioga Downs is a success, but hopefully it's not going to draw from Del Lago, if you know what I mean. And last but not least, good riddance to that father there down in Georgia. He's going to get life in prison because he left his son in a hot car. Let me tell you something. who puts their son in the car to go to work and then forgets about him, and he winds up sexting some girls. You know what we call fathers like that? Jailbirds. Well, that's the way I'm going to end this week. And of course, Merry Christmas, George Bailey, and to everybody for It's a Wonderful Life. Good riddance.